Good morning, it's 7:45 and I am going to head out to Kennedy Space Centre. Can't decide if I'm going to get petrol or not. I'm going to check what the car says. I'm pretty sure I should have enough, but I don't know if my anxiety can cope with pushing it, so I might put $5 in. I'll see how many miles it says to empty in the car. It's 110 miles there and back, and I think I had just under 200 miles yesterday, so we'll see. But it definitely feels a lot warmer than the last couple of mornings. Here we go. I'm really excited. I haven't been here for years. 20, yeah, maybe 5 years. Oh, they've made the nicest sign into a bauble and then put a school group in front of it. Yay! Oh, look, and all the ticket machines are rocket boosters. Hee! Fun. I'm going to take a picture of that on the way out.
Like the one you see with the 109D on the side.
So the first thing I want to do is the Atlantis and then the bus tour, because those are the longest things. Really should have looked at what was on before I got here, so I want to do the Mars exhibit and I want to do the mission status briefing, which talks about what they're doing in the future. I am actually really excited. Got this rousing music and space things. I love space. I'm a nerd. I hope the aircon isn't too cold in here. It's quite windy. It's fine in the sun, in the shade it is cold. Done that. Not a dusk though. This is my favourite bit. This is the actual shuttle that's been into space. "26 years and 33 missions. Incredible. Launched as a rocket, flew as a spacecraft and landed as a glider. It's just incredible. Could look at it for hours. I'm going to go around this bit first. So this is one of the 4 observatories. Or I presume a replica of one of the 4 observatories. Hubble, Compton Gamma Ray, Chandra X-ray, Spitzer Space Telescope. Hubble is 300 miles above the Earth. These are all the missions that involved Hubble. So STS-31 was when Hubble was deployed. 61 was when it was repaired. 82 it was serviced. And 103, 109. And the final mission in 2009 was STS-125. Was this Atlantis' last mission, STS-125? So there's 14 layers on a spacesuit. The materials have now been used to make anything from lingerie, swimsuits, camping tents, electronics, household pipes, vinyl siding, high pressure fire hoses, blankets to warm in hypothermia. It's just incredible. Cool. Imagine trying to use all this with those gloves on as well. It's a sonic screwdriver. That's a lot of buttons.
God-made automation. I was curious when I was in that.
How do astronauts eat? Tortillas. That's the toilet. Nice.
Doing that portion of the process. Watching it go from
No matter where the engine is trapped, it's still within a ready, never felt like it was a fabulous spring.
Like an automobile or a truck or like you.
That's a great view. This is the Astro van. I'm gonna do this next. Right. Where are we going? Why are we going that way? Move left. Move right. Oh, I'm going to crash the space shuttle in the visitor centre. Move right. Keep the noise pointed down. Move left. Uh-oh. I don't, yeah, this is a bit slow to respond. I'm gonna crash!
Astronauts use the robotic arm to launch satellites, build a space station, and do experiments in space. Can you handle the job?
Probably not.
Use a different joint. The arm has 3 joints you can control. The orbiter moves. You need to use a different joint. Pick up the pace. Time to space station.
Let's go ride the launch experience. I don't need any NASA stuff at all. totally would wear a flight suit. I'm going to the big shop later. Let's go get the bus. I think that's my favourite bit. That and the Saturn 5 Centre where we're going to go now. On the bus. Possibly with an entire school of children who are all in front of me. Mission update thing is at 2:30. So I need to be back for that. I should be. Smell burgers. I'm having a burger for lunch. I think my first proper fast food experience. Is this where you get the bus? Don't actually know. There's the shop. Maybe you have to go through the shop to get to the bus tour. Bus tours, yay! General bus tour. Trying to change my camera battery and they're like, hey, let's take a picture. I'm like kind of in the middle of something right now. So I should get on this bus right now. Cool. These buses are a bit posher than they used to be. Fancy.
I have 7 videos I'm going to be playing for you, so there's a lot to take in. To my right over there, you can see that is Blue Origin, that building there. If you ever heard of Jeff Bezos, he's the guy that owns Amazon. That's his place right over there. Wow. And his big deal is that he's not in for the scientific side of the launches and whatnot. He's more for the tourism. He wants to be able to take about 25 or 30 people at a time up into outer space where you can enjoy weightlessness, and then he wants to go eventually going on up to the moon and then on to Mars.
NASA and its partners are taking us in the future. But before we begin this journey, just like every NASA mission, our #1 goal is to return home safely. So always stay seated while the bus is in motion. Please, no food or drinks on the bus. Through the Artemis program, we will see the first woman and the next man walk on the surface of the moon. And Kennedy Space Center is involved in nearly every aspect.
This all starts with the ability to get larger, heavier payloads off planet and beyond Earth's gravity.
SLS will be the most powerful rocket ever developed.
And with components in production
and more in testing,
this system is capable of being the catalyst for deep space missions.
It is the place where NASA completes the final assembly of its rockets before launch. The sheer scale of this building is hard to grasp, even when you're right next to it. Lockheed Martin, this rocket-powered tower, designed to sit atop the Orion crew module, is built to quickly propel astronauts away from the rocket in case of an emergency. The actual LAS underwent a critical flight test in July 2019, called Ascent Abort 2. The construction of the VAB required 65,000 cubic yards of concrete, 45,000 steel beams, 1 million steel bolts amounting to almost 100,000 tons of steel. It's so huge that the Roman Colosseum would fit on the roof with room to spare for a parking lot. By volume, the VAB can fit 3.5 Empire State Buildings, and it would take 250 billion ping pong balls to fill it.
And has since been updated to accommodate the space shuttle and now NASA's SLS rocket. Weighing in at 6 million pounds and capable of lifting and hauling 18 million pounds. The crawler is an engineering marvel.
we'll take it out to the pad, the trip of about 4.2 miles. It'll take us about 7 hours to get there. But during our trip to the launch pad, we'll roll over a specially prepared crawler weight that consists of anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of special rock. And then once we're there, we'll drop it all off. And a few days later, there'll be a launch. We'll come back, we'll pick the mobile launcher up, and we'll bring it back to the VAB.
Redoing what it was originally designed to do once again, which is moving rockets. way to the launch pad with the rocket?
It does, and the crawler transporter comes in, picks up the mobile launcher with the rocket, transports
time, and doesn't move or anything. And that arm is sticking out up there towards the top. That is an access arm. That's where the astronauts walk out there and they get inside of the capsule. And SpaceX has the Crew Dragon, and that will be sitting on top of a Falcon 9 rocket, and that's their contribution towards getting our astronauts to and from the International Space Station.
We're looking out at Launch Pad 39A, where every man who walked on the moon began their journey. 82 space shuttle missions also launched from right here.
All right, so you see this little covering right here with all the picnic tables. This is where Elon Musk supplies his employees with a free hot lunch every single day that they work.
You may have watched this is where it launched. The Falcon Heavy rocket is currently the most powerful operational rocket in the world by a factor of 2. SpaceX made history in 2012 when it delivered their Dragon spacecraft into orbit to rendezvous with the International Space Station, making SpaceX the first commercial company ever to visit the space station.
Now that big long white thing up there that is laying there horizontally, that is actually a what they call a strong back. Now that strong back is mobile, and it will drive right on down. They'll take it right on down into that building in there, and then that once it's in that building, they'll set one of their rockets right on that strong back, excuse me, and then it'll travel right back up there to the launch pad. Once it approaches the launch pad, it raises that rocket right straight up, just like that, sets it right on the vertically right on the launch pad.
But the Dragon capsule isn't the only hardware they reuse. Yes, I'm talking about reusable rocket.
39A is where Americans are going to return to space, launching from American soil. And we're going to launch American crew members on the Dragon on top of the Falcon 9 single core.
183 meters high, taller than the VAB, were installed to provide protection from a lightning strike that could damage the rocket before launch. After all, Florida is the lightning capital of the United States.
To be the launch director of this very important mission, EM1.
To be part of an inaugural launch team is something amazing, really, and to be part of bringing a new capability to
NASA's Commercial Crew Program is bringing human spaceflight back to American soil. In 2018, NASA announced the astronauts who will fly these historic missions. For the first time, astronauts will ride to the International Space Station aboard spacecraft developed by private companies.
Display located near the Lunar Theater. Please watch your step and use the handrail.
This is the firing room, launch control for the Apollo missions. This is not a mock-up. These are the very consoles we sat at. It was a few days before Christmas, 1968, when Apollo 8 sat on the pad. She was the first of a new kind, a moon rocket. You are now in the final minutes before the launch of Apollo 8.
We have the power transfer. We're now on the flight batteries within the launch vehicle.
It's deserted in here.
Hey. Oh, sorry.
It's your pen, the gravity-defying pen. really cool. Cool, if you weigh 100 pounds or 46 kilos, 45 kilos on Earth, you weigh 16 pounds or 7.5 kilos on the moon. I like that. There doesn't seem to be as much in here as there used to be. I'm sure there used to be exhibits all the way underneath.
This was how we moved around in space.
Oh wow.
On ABC.
That's freezing.
Color coverage of Man on the Moon.
Alexis, look. Want to see something cool?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The next presentation in the Lunar Theater will begin in 3 minutes. If you would like to join us, please proceed to the nose end of the Saturn V rocket.
Oh, that's the big one.
During this period of time, it will be tail first, face down. They'll be staying in that
I
position.
hope it's not this cold in the theatre.
The command module pilot will watch over the land.
Mankind stood on the highest ground, and we saw our planet as our home port in the endless ocean of space.
This is 1964. 1963, all metal.
Yeah. Little seat inside to lift people up.
Space dust.
Yeah.
It's like a poo bag. And we exit through the gift shop. Oh, they have heating on in here, yay. Everywhere else is really cold, the aircon's on full blast.